What's going on, everybody? It's Crypto Winter Bowl back with another video. Today I'm going to be kind of playing with this calculator that Crypto Sloth made a little bit more. Um, so yeah, I'm just going to kind of do a little bit more accurate scenarios for what the T-share rates will be and also the hex prices will be, and then it'll spit out a more accurate Icosa price for us. Um, as you can see, like Icosa's been rallying like crazy. Um, it's up like 40% in the past 4 days. So it's rallying pretty good. I think that's because of the HSI liquidation auctions that are coming up. Um, and also Hex is rallying pretty good as well. So I'm just kind of playing with the calculators and kind of comparing what the ceiling prices were. So hexfire.io is an excellent little platform that you can see all the hex staking data. There's like a bunch of charts and stuff. But what the chart I'm going to be focusing on today is going to be the T-share rate. So the T-share rate consistently goes up over time. And what this chart does is it takes all of the hex staking data and it kind of compiles it, taking into account all of the end stake dates and the amount of T-shares, and it calculates the new T-share rate, and then it kind of graphs it all in a neat fashion. The one thing it doesn't account for is like people emergency end staking and just kind of some anomalies that happen within the protocol. But this just gives a very good kind of basic direction of where things could go in the near future. Obviously, if somebody's stake ends and they don't unstake it for like 4 or 5 weeks or something like that, or 6 months or whatever, um, it won't actually increase the share rate at all until they end stake that. But for now, what I'm gonna do is, so I've got the Icosa calculator here. So currently the T-share rate is 24,946, and the price of hex is 4.75 cents. So the ceiling ratio is just under 34 hex per Icosa. So Icosa, and I'll switch this to hex. So currently, right now, if you're looking at purchasing Icosa, it would be a pretty good deal if to just buy it off the market over doing an HSI buyback to get Icosa. So, and like this ceiling price is like spot on, guys. It's kind of incredible. Like Icosa's at like, it's a little bit over the ceiling price. Um, but yeah, like it's trading at a slight premium to the ceiling price. Um, so we'll see how much higher it goes. Uh, I don't think it's gonna go too much higher without doing a slight pullback. Um, but like over the coming months and like year, the share rate's gonna go up substantially along with the hex price, so that's gonna like bump up the price of Icosa as well. So the hex to Icosa pair, so this is only gonna go up when the T share goes up. So like once T shares hit like 30,000, um, the hex ceiling, the hex rate, the Icosa hex ratio is going to be quite a bit higher than what it is at this current T share rate. Now, what I mean by that, so I'll just kind of run through some more T share rates, and I'm gonna pull it off of Hexfire. So let's do like January 1st. So 25,779. So I'll punch that into our handy dandy calculator. 25,779. So let's say hex is, let's say it's 7 cents. So as you can see, so the ratio is going to be 3 hex higher per Icosa, or 2.5, 2.25 hex higher. And then the ceiling price is going to be $2.54. So that's almost a full dollar higher than what we're at now. And the price is just under a double on hex. And the T-share rate only has to go up like 800 hex. So now let's say that the price doesn't change on hex and we are stuck at 0.75. So the T-share rates, the hex to Icosa ceiling ratio is going to be the same, except and the ceiling price for Icosa is going to move up about 11 cents. So you can kind of see, like, even if the hex price is stagnant, the ceiling price of Icosa is always going to move up with the T-share rate. Now it can trade at like discounts and stuff like that, but it's these are going to be like opportunities to where you could pick Icosa up at a discount to the ceiling price, and then once it finally goes back to its ceiling price, either because hex has pumped up in price a little bit, or just the T-share rate has gone up significantly, you're going to be able to kind of sell that off and make some profit, right? So that's scenario 2. So I'll keep that one at, I think we had 7 cents. So this is like for January 1st, give or take. And then I'll do one for like closer to the end of 23. So 30,300. So 30,300. Now I'm not being overly like moon mathy here, so I'll just go. We'll go 16 cents. So now the hex to Icosa ceiling ratio is hitting 50. So like, at 16-cent hex and a 30,300 T-share rate, that puts the ceiling price of Icosa at $8. And even with a 50% discount, that's a 288. But I mean, if it gets down to 50%, that'd be a really good pickup. But I could see it trading anywhere between like 10 to 20% discount at any given time, and then kind of like 50% to 80%. That's somebody basically just market dumps a shit ton without providing liquidity, and it just tanks the price right away. So if you can catch those little dips here and there, I mean, by all means, scoop some up. But I'm pretty sure like a 10 to 20% discount is going to be kind of the more common thing. And then these will kind of just be little kind of wicks down. But I could be wrong too. Maybe we could trade down at a 50% discount for a long period of time. Maybe hex is down quite a bit. T-share rate's not going up that much. So, those things could cause it to trade low for a while. But yeah, that's kind of my scenario for 2023. But we'll see how it plays out. I mean, we could pump really hard in 23 and get up to like 25 cent. So let's say we do get up to like 25 cents. So like that would be a $12.50 Icosa at a 30,300 T-share rate. Now that's yeah, that's kind of crazy since we're only at like $1.60. So that's why it's important to really stay staked, keep collecting your Icosa yield from staking your Hedron and staking your Icosa. You know, just hold on to this stuff, guys. Like, this stuff's gonna be very valuable in the future. Like, now I'm just gonna do a little moon math here. But let's say 2024. Let's say the end of 24. So let's do a 39,000 Hex Tshare at 2024. 39,000. And now let's say we get back to old highs. So yeah, like we're hitting an 83 Hex to Icosa ratio. You know, Icosa would be like $40, almost $50. So just go look at your stakes, and like if you got like 50 Icosa or 100 Icosa, like those could be worth like $50 once Hex hits 56 cents again. You know, it'll be worth like almost $100 at Hex at $1. Right? Like let's do $1, guys. Like $83, $75. You know, that's crazy. You know, I've got quite a bit of it, and like $82 for one of them. That's yeah. You know, I just love using this calculator, and also it's nice to see that the math is respected, right? Like we're we're right at those ceiling prices for Icosa right now, and it's actually trading at a slight premium to the ceiling price. So like, you know, these are just kind of estimate, or this is the math behind it, but there's nothing saying that the Icosa price can't trade above the ceiling price, right? Um, so like who knows how high the stuff could go, right? Icosa is very pretty rare. There's not a lot of liquidity for it. So if people want to get their hands on it in large sums, what are they going to have to do? They're either going to have to market buy it and move the price against themselves significantly, or they're going to have to buy Hex, stake it in an HSI, and then um, stake it 555 in an HSI, then uh, sell it to the Icosa contract to get the Icosa, right? So either way, it's pumping the Icosa price. Like Hex is getting pumped, and also the Icosa price is getting pumped because they're also buying Hex. So it's just that insane positive feedback loop. That's why I really like Icosa. You know, once you start playing with the numbers and seeing how powerful they are, it's crazy, right? It's a it's a well designed system. And I think that Icosa kind of also, in a way, not too much, but like as you can see over time, the Hex to Icosa ratio steadily climbs with the T-share rate. So like if you want to, at some point you could just swap all your Icosa for Hex, right? And then you can get more T-shares that way. But you don't exactly have to do that. I'm probably just saving most of it for like when I sell out and kind of cash out for the cycle. But we'll see what happens. So that's the kind of the moon mathy part of it. So now I'm gonna go to the fair value of Hedron. So this is the interesting calculator. So I kind of scraped. So like I accidentally refreshed the page, and it has to query all the stakes. But last time I looked at it, there was like 66 quadrillion shares. So that's about 66,000 T-shares. Um, so now the current price of Hedron is 395. 395. That's the supply there. So actually the T-share rate actually went up by like a couple hundred hex from the last time I looked at this. So it's now 8,318 for one T-share 555. So basically, um, so the minimum Hedron burned throughout all the liquidation is 366 billion 630 million. And the max is gonna be what is that? 6 trillion, 600 billion, and that would be best case scenario. It burns almost 6% of the Hedron supply, and it would create 26 million, almost 26.5 million Icosa yield, and one or 1 point minimum Icosa yield would be 1.5 million basically. Max yield would be 26.5 million. So, that's a really good that's going to be some really good yield. But, who knows how much of these T-shares are going to get liquidated, and like, they might not all get liquidated because some of them are just too small to even really consider bidding on them. They just won't be worth anything. So those might get like, you might see like very small hex stakes like again and again and again and again until the value of the hex is enough to justify bidding on it. So that's kind of a thing that I'm thinking about. So we probably won't. There's no way that we're gonna liquidate all these T-shares in the first liquidation auctions. It'll probably take years and years. But yeah, the minimum percent of Hedron supply burnt is 0.33, and the max is gonna be almost 6. So we're gonna be burning a shit ton of Hedron, guys. And if this 6,600,000,000,000 Hedron is burnt somehow magically, that would mean that the Hedron price would be 4 zeros and a 7. So here, I'll throw that on a chart. So 1, 2, 3. So that would put it like way up here, right by this purple line. So that kind of lines up where the fair market value for the HSI loans are. Basically, what that is like you could borrow the same dollar amount of Hedron that your Hex's stake is worth. So it's all kind of lining up. So like this is a really really kind of spot that comes up a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of 23 we're kind of flirting with those levels a little bit. If I don't know if we'll hit it, but like, it's definitely a level to look at for sure. I think as all these liquidations happen over time, it's just gonna end up going that way. Especially once all these big 10x bonuses are done, or most of them are done. Like that's gonna really decrease the supply of Hedron and make it a little more scarce. But yeah, just some stuff to look at. It's getting pretty interesting. I can't wait till the auctions start. It's gonna be fun. And I will be making videos about that. Kind of looking at my HSI loan dealio, see what that yield's gonna be doing once that starts. So yeah, it's gonna be fun, guys. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you found this information entertaining or interesting or helpful, and I'd like to thank you guys for your support. But Crypto Winter Bull out.